So, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to History Office. So, we are delighted to inform that the History Office is going to start a series on modern Indian history. So, modern Indian history is an epoch in the history of India. So, when we discuss about modern Indian history, obviously many exams comes to our mind, especially UPSC examinations. So History Office is planning to start a vibrant lecture series on modern Indian history. So we need your utmost cooperation, and obviously I am your Naresh Balasubramanian, history teacher and thinker. So let's wait for another 2 or 3 minutes so that people will join and we will start our live session. The first topic which I am trying to discuss is obviously the geographical discoveries of 15th and 16th century. So let's wait, people will join definitely. Thank you. So, my dear friends, as we are gearing up for a vibrant lecture, let me first introduce about modern Indian history. So, why this area is very, very important? See, modern Indian history is a very, very important topic, particularly when it comes to Indian history. Okay, so there are three different groups in Indian history: ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. Obviously, the ancient and the medieval parts are little bit tacky when it comes to the civil service or any competitive examination preparations. But modern Indian history is comparatively little bit easier. So that's why we are going in a reverse order. Rather than starting with ancient Indian history, I am planning to start my lecture series on Indian history purely from the modern Indian perspective. Okay. First of all, let me first give an introduction to the three important words here. Okay, modern Indian history. So what do modern here refers to? Okay, so the term modern obviously refers to something new. Okay, a new beginning. So when did modern Indian history started? Okay, when it comes to our Indian continent, okay, subcontinent. So modern Indian history is believed to have started after the downfall of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb, one of the greatest of Mughal samrats, died in 1707, and by his demise, the English East India Company, they started to consolidate their rule. Okay, so by then we could see the rise of the modern Indian history. Okay, according to historians, both the imperial school as well as the nationalist school, they agree with the connotation. Second important word we have is the Indian. Okay, obviously it's the Indian history. Okay, that's why we have the term Indian. And then history, obviously there is a difference between archaeology and history. Okay, so let me first brief into it. Archaeology is the study of ancient past with the help of material remains, but history is the study of past with the help of records, historical records. Okay, so these are the three important areas: modern Indian history. So in the modern Indian history, the syllabus for modern Indian history starts with the obviously the advent of Europeans. But I thought, okay, directly jumping into advent of Europeans is a little bit risky one. So before that, we need to know why the Europeans and how they come into India. Okay, for that we need to discuss about this international topic called the geographical discoveries of 15th and 16th century. Okay, then slowly after this topic we will discuss on prime Indian area. Okay, the advent of Europeans, the Carnatic Wars, the Battle of Plassey and Buxar, Third Battle of Panipat, Anglo-Mysore War, Anglo-Maratha War, Anglo-Sikh War, and then the British administration, the early years of British administration, the Regulating Act of 1773, Pitt's India Act of 1784, and then the commercialization of Indian agriculture, the land revenue settlements introduced by the English. So all these are the very important areas that we need to discuss. Okay. So now let's keep that all aside. Okay, in the future lectures we will have discussion about all those topics. But now for the time we are going to focus upon the geographical discoveries. Okay, see, history and geography are like twin babies. Okay, we can't separate history from geography. Okay, without geography, obviously history will not have any sense at all. Obviously, without history, geography is nothing. Okay, so why this geographical discoveries happened in 15th and 16th century? Okay, what was the rationale behind it? Okay, obviously, okay, this period, okay, is also known as the age of discoveries in the 15th and 16th century. By the way, 15th century refers to 1400 to 1500 is known as 15th century. 16th century is 1501 to 1600 is regarded as the 16th century. Okay, so this is a very big area, 200 years. So in the span of 200 years, so many continents, sea routes were discovered, which obviously is an important epoch in the history of modern world. Okay, so what was the main rationale? Here rationale refers to causes. Okay, we have for all historical events, remember, for all historical events, there will be a cause. Without cause, historical events will not work out. So there will be cause and effect. So there are few causes that directly contributed to the founding of new lands and new sea routes, okay, the geographical discovery. So the primary reason or the primary cause was the fall of Constantinople. By the way, Constantinople was the capital of ancient Byzantine Empire, okay, which was purely Christian empire, okay, led by Constantine family. So in 1453, Muhammad II, Sultan Muhammad II of Ottoman Empire, the Muslims, they conquered, okay, they conquered Constantinople. Constantinople is nothing but present-day Istanbul. Okay, present-day Istanbul, one of the important cities in Turkey, is then the Constantinople, the capital of Christian Empire, Byzantine Empire. Okay, so Sultan Muhammad II, okay, he conquered at the age of 18, he conquered Constantinople and he raised the Hagia Sophia, the church, and he built a mosque. Okay, so by then, so how it is related to India? You may have such doubts. How it is related to India, sir? Okay, the relation is that, okay, the Turks, okay, after conquering Constantinople, they blocked, okay, the European trade route to the east, because Turkey is situated in the eastern part of Europe. Okay, so any goods from Italy or from any parts of Europe, they need to cross. Okay, they need to cross the Oxus, they need to cross the Turkey to reach India, okay, the east. So the Turks, they blocked and they were imposing heavy duties, okay, on the European products which the Europeans were not in the position to pay. This was the biggest attack, okay, biggest attack for the Europeans from the Ottoman Turks. Okay, that was the first reason why the Europeans were in search of a new route. Okay, now if they find an alternative route to the east, it will be easy for them to have trade with the East Indies. Here, East Indies refers to the area exactly located in the Indian Ocean. Okay, so the second important cause for the geographical discoveries was the Renaissance and the other discoveries. Okay, the Renaissance here refers to the rebirth. Okay, the French term, okay, Renaissance means rebirth. So in the 14th and 15th century, so many changes happened. Okay, it's all started at Florence, the Italian city, but slowly the Renaissance, the spirit, okay, the spirit of Renaissance spread across the Europe. Okay, many geographical discoveries were also taken place according to it. Okay, and very importantly, the concept of shipbuilding map making and the navigation technology developed along with the invention of mariner's compass. See, now in modern day technology we use the mobile phones, okay, smartphones, we will have a compass, and the compass always asks us to calibrate the phone, that we need to move our phone in the 8 direction. Okay, so if we do that, our phone will show the exact direction, whether we are standing in front of east or west or north or south. But in those days, okay, while navigation, the sailors, they need compass. Okay, so the compass was invented during the Renaissance time period, and the masters of all these inventions were obviously the Portuguese. Okay, that we will discuss when we come to Portuguese. So now we are on the second cause, the Renaissance. Okay, third important cause was obviously the travel accounts of travelers who traveled to India, the east, particularly of Marco Polo, Niccolo Conti. Marco Polo, very interestingly, okay, he visited India in the beginning of 14th century. It is believed that Marco Polo also came to Madurai, okay, and he wrote gave a lot of information about South India and its wealth when he returned to the Italian states. Okay, and the last important cause, obviously, the adventure spirit. Okay, adventure spirit of sailors like Bartholomew Diaz, Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan. So those people had the spirit, okay, to discover something. Okay, so all these causes culminated in the outbreak of a new idea. Okay, always ideas matter. Okay, so that idea of discovery ended up in the discovery of the geographical lands. Okay, particularly new continents like even America was discovered as a result of these people only. Okay, and new sea routes. Initially, they had a idea to discover only route to India, but unfortunately, accidentally, okay, they discovered America. Okay, so now let's see who are the people who played a very important role, okay, during the geographical discovery. All right. So the two European countries played a very significant role. Portugal and Spain. Okay, Portugal and Spain played a very important role during the geographical discoveries. Obviously, first we will look on to the Portugal. Okay, Portugal was led by its king Henry. Okay, Prince Henry is also known as the navigator. Prince Henry the navigator, he is a very, very important person, okay, in the history of Portugal. Okay, what he did, okay, in 1450s, he built a school, okay, navigational school, and he trained people, okay, trained the students in the art of shipbuilding, map making, and everything, okay, related to marine technologies. Now we have marine schools like we have the NIOT, all the marine schools were there, so the technologies were taught. Okay. And as a result, Madeira and Cape Verde, Azores Islands were discovered by his students. And in 1460, obviously, unfortunately, he died. Okay, Henry died, but his aim was to discover the southern coast of Africa. So zeal helped his students to discover southern coast of Africa. As a result, in 1488, Bartholomew Diaz, okay, one of his favorite students, Henry's favorite students, he discovered the southern tip of Africa. Unfortunately, there was a great storm during this discovery, so he named it as Cape of Storm. Okay, he was not in the mood, or he was not in a position to move further east. Okay, so he returned back to Portugal. Then in 1492, okay, let us first do with this. Christopher Columbus, a Spaniard from Genoa, okay, he also played a very important role, but he was very particular to discover India. So what happened? He started the voyage to India in 1492. Okay, then he landed up in a place where he saw people with black hair. Usually Indians will have black hair, right? So he thought that he landed in India. Okay, but he never know that he landed up in an island called Bahamas, where it is believed that red Indians were there. Usually Indians will have black hair, so he thought it was India. Okay, then he died. Okay, let's keep that story aside. Now we will do with 1498 Vasco da Gama. Okay, in 1498 Vasco da Gama, another traveler from Portugal, okay, with the fund given by the Portuguese government, he reached the Cape of Storms, okay, where Bartholomew Diaz had once there, okay. But now there was no such storms, okay. He was very happy, so he thought that, oh, hope came. That's the reason why the southern tip of Africa is named as Cape of Good Hope, because it gave the hope that navigation to the east is now possible. Okay, so from there he was clueless whether to go to the east or to the south. Where is India? At that moment, he saw people, okay, Muslims returning from Mecca to India, okay, in a ship. So Vasco da Gama's ship followed the pilgrims' ship, and then it reached, okay, the ship reached Calicut on 20th May 1498. So on 20th May 1498, Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese traveler, landed on the coast of India. It is believed that he landed on the place called Calicut, where he was welcomed warmly by the Samarin of Calicut. Okay, the ruler of Calicut welcomed him, and then in 1499 he returned to Portugal with a cargo 60 times valued than its original voyage. Okay, so that's the respect he got from India. All right, so that's happened in India. Then in 1492, obviously priorly America was discovered by Spain. Okay, Spanish people had little bit chaos with the Portugal. So what happened to finish off all the confusions in 1493? Okay, Pope Clement. Okay, he issued a bull. Okay, that's called papal bull. Papal bull here refers to Pope's order. That he said that he draw imaginary line and said that eastern part of the globe will be taken care of the Portugal, and the western part of the globe will be taken care of the Spain. Okay, so he demarcated the world, okay, into two, whereas the trade in eastern part will be taken care by the Portuguese, and the trade in the western part will be taken care by the Spaniards. Okay, so imagine, see how people are like this. Okay, whose world who are taken care of. Okay, so but it happened. Okay, the other geographical discoveries. Okay, this is Spain. Okay, other geographical discoveries are during this time. Okay, France was discovered. Okay, France people, they also discovered some areas in Northern America, and even English people, they discovered the Latin America. So many places were discovered. Okay, so what were the outcomes? Okay, what were the outcomes of these geographical discoveries? That is the very important point. Always in history, causes and effects plays a very important role. Okay, how causes and effects plays important, because no one will worry about the causes. Here, even though we discuss about the causes, okay, like how Vasco da Gama came, how Christopher Columbus discovered America, but the business focuses more upon the outcome. Okay, the primary outcome of the geographical discoveries, okay, or the expansion of trade. Okay, for the first time, trade got expanded. Okay, like mercantilism, the concept of mercantilism developed. The concept of mercantilism is the ideology where they focus more upon the trade, import and export. It developed during this time period as a result of the geographical discoveries. And then it also paved the way for the development of industries. As the trade developed, it paved the way for the development of industries. Industries like shipbuilding industry, and then ship breaking industries developed during this time, because they need big ships. Okay, so the travelers and the traders, they need big ships to import and export items from one place to another place. Okay, that was the second important outcome. The third important outcome was as the trade developed, the new companies started to established. New joint stock companies. This is the third important outcome. New joint stock companies were established. One of the important joint stock company that was established was the English East India Company. Okay, we know how English East India Company, they played a very significant role in the upcoming years. Okay, that even they occupied entire India and they brought India under their English suzerainty. Okay, that was the third important outcome, establishment of joint stock companies. The fourth important outcome for the geographical discoveries were the expansion of the colonialism. Okay, colonialism, a new concept developed. As these trading companies, they started to occupy settlements in India, what they did, okay, they started to intervene in the internal politics of Indians. By the way, they occupied few territories and they established their power. Okay, so this is known as colonialism. A bigger country occupying smaller country for various reasons, particularly economical. Okay, economical reason was the prime sector. Okay, that's the another important outcome. The last and very, very significant outcome for the geographical discoveries or the expansion or spread of the European culture. See, as a result, we are here standing here, okay, wearing pants and shirts. It's all because of the Western influence. It's all happened only because of geographical discoveries. Okay, so the expansion of Western culture, the spirit of Western culture is a very, very significant impact of the geographical discoveries of 15th and 16th century. Okay, so these are all very important points that I focused upon, and definitely I hope you people will follow. And this is like, for example, you might think, okay, why these topics are important? Obviously, you will definitely get some good questions from these topics. Okay, and definitely in future we will have some much elaborate classes. Okay, elaborate classes will be taken in future, and is there any comments and any questions? Definitely please drop it in the comment box, and I am here to answer all the questions. Is there any questions? So, friends, I hope it will be useful to you people. So, definitely we will have continuous classes on modern Indian history. So, please stay tuned in the next class. Okay, it will be scheduled in the channel homepage. Will be on the advent of Europeans. Okay, so please do watch it. Okay, definitely subscribe our channel for much videos. Okay, thanks a lot. Goodbye. Have a nice day.